All right, welcome to another Foundations video where we're working on strengthening the core and getting that all ready to progress into harder exercises. Now today we're doing pelvic tilts, which is a very basic core exercise. So if you're an advanced exerciser, don't tune me out here because this is great to go back and review to make sure. So it's not just about strengthening the low back and strengthening the core, it's also about learning how to engage it and putting your mind to that muscle when you're doing certain exercises to improve your form on that exercise. So everybody needs this one. So tune in. So the very first level that I want you to do is I want you to go and back up to a wall and to where the wall is right here. And then I want you to press the low back into the wall and release. Press the low back into the wall and release. So if you are a beginner or if you've got some low back issues, that's your very first thing that I want you to do. When you can do that, maybe 20 times and squeeze in back without any trouble, then you progress to the next level. But now to get to that next level, to make sure we're doing it right, I'm going to grab a hand towel and just kind of fold it a couple times to where it looks about like that. All right, so down on the mat, hand towel behind the low back. So our bottom's on the floor, our shoulders are on the floor, and this is on our low back. Look, I can move it. I can saw here. All right, that's important. You want to make sure it's in a place where you can move it. Now, same pelvic tilts that you did on the wall. I want you to squeeze it down, hold, tug on that towel. Can you move it? All right, perfect. And release. Squeeze, make sure you can't move it, and release. Squeeze, make sure you can't move it, and release. So when you get to where you can do that about 20 times and that towel never moves and you've got your form, then you're ready for the next level when it doesn't feel too fatigued. So don't jump levels. You may have to go a few weeks at one level before you go to the next, and that's perfectly fine, Next level, you're squeezing, tug on the towel, make sure it's where it needs to be, and you're gonna hold it here and breathe all at the same time. Hold and breathe at the same time, and then we're gonna march. We're just gonna pick one leg up and take it down. It's a slow movement to make sure, check that towel every now and then, make sure that it's not moving, make sure you've got that pelvic tilt right where it needs to be, that tailbone's tucked under. That's the terminology I use a lot, all right? And so that was your next level. When you get to where you can do that 20 to 30 times or 30 to 60 minutes without too much fatigue, then you're ready for the next level, which is gonna be both feet moving at the same time. So knees are gonna be together. You're going to squeeze that pelvic tilt, make sure it doesn't move, both knees up and knees down. And resist the urge to put your hands under your bottom because that pelvic tilt is holding you straight. Check the towel. It's real easy when you're going through movements like this for that back to go up and down, and then that towel's gonna move. So you wanna make sure it doesn't. So if you've got all that, and that's a really hard level, that's pretty challenging no matter how advanced you are. If you've got all that, if you wanna go to the next level, get that pelvic tilt down, and then we're going to straight leg up. Make sure towel doesn't move, and up. And of course that last level is both legs up and down. Check that towel. This is the one that towel wants to move on. All right, and perfect. So there you have it. There you have some different levels of a pelvic tilt that will help you to learn to put that mind on that low back muscle and those ab muscles and make sure they're engaged when you're doing all other core work. Very, very important. Super important, especially in planks, to make sure that tailbone is tucked under and you get that same feeling there. So practice this one along with your other ones, and we'll see you next time.